You are listening to Hashtag Impact, a podcast about stuff that matters. I am Regina Larco, your host, and in Season 4, I revisit some of the most inspirational, purpose-driven founders we have featured on Hashtag Impact in the past. Last time, I took you to Hong Kong's shoreline as we heard from Sailability. This time around, our wonderful co-host Carol Lee takes you all the way to Cambodia. We know that there are people all over the world making a positive impact with their work. And at Hashtag Impact, we are dedicated to bringing you more voices and stories from all over the globe. We'd be so curious to hear your story as well. As we are preparing our next season, we want to encourage you to send us your audio story for a chance to get featured on Hashtag Impact. Find all information at hashtagimpact.com/story. Today, we also want to say thank you to our wonderful community. A big thanks goes to our club members for their support of our podcast production. It really means the world that you believe in us and that you are part of our vision. If you are enjoying what you are hearing here, please show your support as well and join us at hashtagimpact.com/club for lots of goodies and bonus content. Now, let's dive in and follow Carol to Cambodia for an intriguing insight into rebuilding communities through hospitality, supplies, and service.
Hello, Hashtag Impact listeners. I'm Carol, and I'm coming to you from Siem Reap in Cambodia. And you may know Siem Reap as it is the home of the famous Angkor Wat temples. However, I'm not sitting in front of ancient ruins at the moment, but instead I'm sitting in front of a really beautiful, quiet, and peaceful pool with trees, and there's a small breeze running through and a lot of beautiful artwork around me. So I'm actually at the Green Leaf Boutique Hotel here in Siem Reap, and I'm sitting with today's guest, Lynn, who is the manager here. So before we dive in, I just wanted to say that the Greenleaf Boutique Hotel is special because they are not only a hotel, but they also do a lot of different projects to help support different communities here in Cambodia. So before we dive in, I will pass it over to Lynn, and thank you so much for sitting here with me today.
Thank you, Carol.
So
My name is Mr. Lin. I am a general manager at Greenleaf Boutique Hotel. I'm from the rural. My home is 80 kilometers from the city. And I start to work with why we start Greenleaf Boutique Hotel because we are the non-profit hotel in Cambodia. So we involve is our Greenleaf Boutique Hotel is we are non-profit and we provide back to our community, such as we dig the well, we are teaching people about the hygiene, and we have people at floating village provide them the basket and water filter, and teaching them about how to use the properly water to clean themselves. And also we happy right now is our project one more is new is we call the Day for Girl. So we're teaching. The Greenleaf Boutique Hotel is we not only the hotel as you see is we are non-profit, so that we always have to the community, and we hope that right now it's quite a little bit quiet in Siem Reap, and then we would like to have more people coming to stay with us and come to have our community, so that I meet you today. I hope you can help us to get more people to stay with us here, and also hope more people to come to have our community.
Yeah.
So I think if you have any question, I can answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And I was just wondering, when did this hotel start? And tell us a little bit more.
Okay. The hotel we start from November 2015. until now is 4 year, almost 4 years already. So during this time that we start the hotel, we are providing like item maybe more than 30 cleaning well to the community. And also we provide more than 600 of the basket and water filter to the people at the floating village. And also we teach people about the hygiene at the rural. And as you see in last February, we have 600 of the girl that we provide the girl supply.
I see. Yeah. So you help provide clean water to communities, yes,
and teach them and have that orphanage as well. I'm sorry for this one, and school supply for the kid.
Right. So you help with education too. Education. Wow. And you started 4 years ago. Yes. That's awesome. And I was wondering, you mentioned that you are from the rural parts of Cambodia. How was it like growing up for you?
I grew up during the Civil War. You know, our Civil War just finished and the end of 1998. So my homeland is no school during that time, and most of us that we don't have the education. So when during the Civil War we don't have the education, and then no people can study at the rural. The same as myself. It's simple. My sister, she don't have any education. She never go to school. Until right now, she don't know how to write number 1 and number 2 because no school at all. And during that time, it's very hard. So that's why I love to help our community, because I don't have parents. So that's I don't see my dad because he passed away before I'm born. And then my mom, she passed away 17 years ago. So we are at the rural. So that's why I know the real life house when we don't have the parent, the people, no education, what is going. So this is my experience. So that's why I love to involve with this project. Actually, I start to work with the Canadian. Before we start the Greenleaf, it's 10 years ago until right now. And then I have volunteered with them because I would like to have our community. So that's why we start the Greenleaf Boutique Hotel. This is the project from Canada.
Oh, it's a project from Canada.
The project from Canada that we are the humanitarian.
I see. Yeah. And so so 10 years ago, how did you start getting involved with them? Were you here or in Canada?
Actually, when I moved to the city, because we don't have something to do, we don't have the school at the rural, I moved to the city, and then I start my school in the city, and then I met with the team from Canada at the guest house who I working with. So and then they need the volunteering to help them to translate and then to help them to organize the transportation, everything. So that's I involved with them during, I think it's from 2009. Yeah, the early year of 2009 I started working with them is with the volunteering. They bring the team down 2 or 3 times a year, and one time is 2 weeks to build a school for the orphanage, to go to the floating village to see the basket and water filter, and to teach people about the hygiene. So this is I volunteer with them every time when they are coming here. So that's why I love this, and then we still work together until right now.
Wow, that's cool. So you helped create the Greenleaf.
Yes, we have created the Greenleaf. That is because I am in Cambodia. They asked me what we should do to have money to help our community, to helping to get back to our community. I'm the only one that I have a little bit experience from the hospitality. I work at the travel agency, at the hotel, so I have a little bit experience for the hospitality. So I recommend we should start the small hotel. Yes.
I see. And you mentioned how it was very difficult for you to get an education in rural areas. So how were you able to get an education and speak English?
That is the long process. Because during that time, the first class that I studied, the first school that I studied, we don't have the school. We have to go to study under the house. If you go to the rural, you see the house, the wooden house. So we just sitting under the house, and our teacher he also is not very well with education, but The people know a little bit, teach people that don't know, but people they will teach step by step. And then we start to have school. Our community they build a school, but school is not the properly school. Just only they build with the wood to make sure we have desk, we have board for teacher teaching. Because during that time of civil war, we don't have the school to study and no teacher as well. And then we study step by step. After we finish the Civil War, our government they start to think about the education. They provide a school, they send a teacher to teaching. So, but from my home to school is we have to walking at least 1 hour, 1.5 hours every morning. And then I move from after I finish the primary school. I have to move to secondary school. It is 7 kilometers from my home. So that is sometimes I walking, sometimes I go by bicycle. After we finished high school, secondary school, we don't have high school. So we have to move to the other city at around 60 kilometers from my school. But I just try to do that. Nobody support me, but I have myself as well.
Wow.
But during the daytime, I doing have them to work like digging the land to pick on a pickup truck, and then I get some money to support myself, like buying the book, buying the pen or school supply, until I finish high school. And then I moved to the city. So I stay at the city more than 2 years. I met this team, the Canadian who are volunteering. So I started working with them.
Wow. How do you feel when you work with them and the work that you're doing now?
I feel I love this job. I love this because we have our community. So that's why my mind is to make sure our kids, our people, they understand they have education. So that's why every day when I go home, sometimes I bring book and bring the pen to go to my school. Before when I am at the primary school, I always do that. So every year. I love this job because this job can help our community. I don't want to live from this job. I know that I can go to other job that we get higher salary or what we get more benefit, but that is not what I want. What I want is I want to help our community. Yes.
So when guests come and stay here, well, what would you want them to know?
We would like them to know that we are the non-profit hotel and we have our community. They can see on our website or they can ask me what is we do. We have our project that I told you already about this one. And if they are okay, they said, I want to stay at Greenleaf. I want to see some like a pen or book for the kid. We are accepted. And then they said, if they want to, I want to pay $1. They can stay here. They can go to dig the well with our team at the community. So after that one, we will print the sign for the name to put it, and they can take the video or photo to show it with the people. So some of them they staying here. They pay $1. They go to dig the well together with our team. They spend 2 or 3 days for $1. And that is what we already got. Many of them they have us like this as well. Yeah.
See, so they can stay here and put money into the good
Our
work
project,
that you're doing, your different projects, but they can also volunteer.
They can volunteer. As I told you, if they said, I want to pay $1, okay, we can dig the well from tomorrow. So that during they are here, they spend 1 or 2 days to have our team. So they know what we do is the real work, what we do, and then with our local community.
Yeah, well, great. And for a lot of people who travel to Cambodia, I know there's a lot of history, and you folks are still rebuilding a lot from the different civil wars and the violence and genocide that happened here. So for other travelers who are coming to Cambodia, what would you want them to know?
I want them to know that because some of them they're still scary about Cambodia. This is the first that because we are EU think we don't, I think only one in the world for the Khmer Rouge. So that people are still scary about Cambodia, but just would like to tell them that do not scary about Cambodia anymore. We are safe. And then when you come to Cambodia, please look around and also which one that you can have, please help us well, because we are still development. Some of them we see so that's why we teach them about the hygiene, about not using the plastic, reuse, to use the plastic. You see, in Greenleaf we don't use the plastic anymore from a few years already. When you are here, you see we do use glass. We don't use the plastic. So when they coming here, I would like them to involve with our project to help our community, because not every month, but we have our plan that always do. Going to the rural to share the knowledge to the people. Going to the school to share the knowledge to the student. What is the exchange from Western people and Cambodian people? What is Western have? What is Cambodian have? What we should do. And if they stay with us, we would like them to understand that we are non-profit, and then they can help us. They can, either they want to bring like pen or book or some school supply, we are happy to bring to share to our kids.
Yeah, wow, it's a lot of ways people can help and make an impact.
We have many ways that they can, if they want to involve with this one. I still have maybe 300 pen in my home right now, in my room, and when I go to my homeland or I go to school, I will bring it to share to the kids. They will be happy because some of them they could not afford. Our government, they don't charge for school, but they have to find the school supply by themselves. Either clothes. We already sent maybe 50 of uniform to the floating village school for the kid. That is what we always did as well.
Wow. So we talked about recycling, providing clean water, education, and I was wondering if you could talk more about education for women.
Education for women right now, we focus on the day for girl, and mean we can teaching the girl about, because some girl in Cambodia they are very shy. Either their mom, they don't tell their kid properly what they should do because they don't understand for themselves as well. Some of them they understand, but they shy to sharing to the kid. So we have our team that we go to school. Middle school, we can send middle school because they are start, and we teach them about what it is you should do when you grow up, and what you should do, because some of them they drop school when they have the girl, they don't want to go to school because they are shy, but we tell them and then we give them the supply for them to use. We start to do this already, and in November we will do again, maybe more and more school.
And why do you think it's important for women to have an education?
Because we know that many women, many girls they drop off from school because that want as well. When they have the girl, they don't want to go to school, they shy, they stay at home for a few days, and then teacher asking why you don't go to school, and they have this problem, and then they don't want to go to school. When they're not going to school a few days already, they want to drop school. So that's why we heard about this one, we know about this one, and then we start to thinking what we should do for them.
I see. Wow. Well, I know this was a very last-minute interview, so thank you for taking the time with me. And is there any last things that you want our listeners to know? Okay.
I just would like everyone to know that when they coming to Cambodia, please come to stay with us in Greenleaf Boutique Hotel. We are the non-profit hotel, and we pay back to our community. And also, if anyone want to volunteering or want to working with us, we are happy to have them.
Great.
And hope everyone support us to make our community is good and more educate to the people, especially our kids. This is the important for our country. And thank you again, Carol, for you spend your time.
Oh no, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And one last question I wanted to ask you, Lynn. What do you think making an impact means? Since we are a #Impact podcast.
I think this one is the good for very nice project that you can have more people. Yes, especially the same as my hotel and my place. and good that we are involving with you, and hope everyone can help us. I think it's a good project, very nice project.
Yeah, so everyone helping and lending a hand. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, I have a flight to catch in about 2 hours, so thank you so much again for meeting with me. And yes, if you're ever in Siem Reap, come stay at the Greenleaf Boutique Hotel, and you will be not only in a very comfortable environment during your stay here, but you will also be making an impact to the people of Cambodia. So thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, Carol, and wish you safe flight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. If you have a story to share, a story of impact, if you're making change in your communities, no matter where you are based, then we want to hear from you. Head over to hashtagimpact.com/story to read all about submitting your story to #Impact Podcast. We are curating some wonderful special features for the upcoming season 5, and we'd love to have many, many voices from all over the globe featured. So please make sure to reach out, check it out. If you have any questions, you find all the contact details up on the website as well. And now, last but not least, just a reminder, if you're not subscribed to our channel yet from wherever you're listening right now, make sure to hit subscribe so you get the latest episode right on your phone. You don't even have to think about it. It will just come there directly. And this way you will be notified when our newest episode is out. Thanks so much for listening today. Talk to you very soon. Bye.